Thank you.
Yep, you're good.
All right. Just what did this moment finally feel like, and to see this kind of response from the community, what does this mean to you?
Well, this is huge for us. We've always believed that it's bigger than basketball. And as an immigrant, I've always felt that voting is one of the greatest privileges that you get. And our goal was just to democratize democracy, just take all the friction out. So when we started Rally the Vote a couple of years back, we lit the flame, and now it's become a massive bonfire. So we have now over 50 teams. We're going to touch over 100 million people with our efforts. We have the world's best fans, and now we have the world's greatest arena with the world's greatest voting center. So we're very excited today.
Yeah, and I think that, during those discussions in the bubble when, getting players registered to vote, that conversation was started to get voting standards started, and you guys were kind of in the front lines of getting that going. What did that mean for the franchise, just to kind of be leading that charge?
Yeah, the Sacramento Kings have always been on the right side of history, and not just other basketball teams, but other sports teams recognize that we've used our platform for good. And what better way to do good than to democratize democracy?
And you got, Harrison Barnes, a veteran in this league, a strong voice in the locker room. What does it say about his character to continue to lead in this way, in this movement?
At the Sacramento Kings, we are very fortunate because we have not just great players, but great human beings. And there's no better example of that than Harrison Barnes. I've known Harrison since he first came out of North Carolina, and I was at the Warriors at the time. And he's just an amazing human being. So to have him get behind this effort in such a visible and vocal way. Now the NBA has recognized that as well, because he's one of the players that's on the NBA Foundation.
Along those lines with Harrison a little bit more, to see him be literally like one of the faces of the NBA when it comes to social issues and voting issues. What does it mean to you to have a person and a voice like that with the organization?
To have a player like Harrison Barnes, he's now become one of the faces of social justice and all that's good and right about sports in the NBA. He's become the face of that. And to have him on the Sacramento Kings, that's huge for our franchise.
And it's one thing to have the idea of turning this into an arena, world-class arena, into a voting center. To see it come to fruition, is it exceed your expectations?
Yeah, when we went to the county and said, hey, for no cost, we'll open up our arena, and for 11 days, we'll have people come in and vote over here. It's the largest voting center in the county, one of the largest in the country now. So to actually see that happen, I walked in today and I brought my own ballot, and to be able to do that was a huge thrill. I have a friend who drove all the way from the Bay Area. He's in his 80s, he's voted in every election, and he dropped his ballot off as well. So this is a huge privilege, it's a huge honor, and I just want to see a rainbow of people out there coming in, socially distanced, safe, and being able to vote.
How in looking ahead, I mean, just there's so much unknown about what basketball might look like in the future, and knowing that they're trying to get a season done. Can you envision this place back with fans anytime soon?
Yeah, I know that it's only a matter of time before this place is hopping again. We're going to have the best fans in the world, and they're going to be here in the best arena in the world. You can never underestimate the ingenuity of our people, and I have zero doubt that in the not too distant future, this place is going to be hopping again. Now, using technology, we already had become a cashless, contactless arena. We already have a ventilation system that's perfect in terms of protecting from the COVID virus. So we are actually ahead of the game, and I expect that we're going to continue to lead in this area as we have in other areas.
Going back even 2 years ago, could you, from Stephon Clark and where we are now, could you have envisioned that Golden One would become, and the Kings would be this involved in the community to where you are now?
2 years ago, I stood on center court and I promised the community that we would work hard to make a difference, to bring people together, to have an impact on our community, and we have done that. We still have a lot of hard work ahead of us, but it's a special thrill and a special privilege now to be able to open this arena as a voting center.
And over the last couple of years, you've worked with the Bucks on things like this, and you talked about seeing more teams involved. Just what's it been like for you to watch what started a couple of years ago with 2 teams, yourself and the Bucks, doing something, just the growth of what it is now?
Yeah, we started this with the Stefan Clark tragedy, and we launched Team Up for Change, and now we have a whole bunch of teams across different leagues that have joined us. The entire sports world recognizes that the Sacramento Kings have taken the lead in terms of using our platform for good, using it for social justice, using it to help eradicate inequality. So this is a continuing effort. We lit the flame. It's like a huge fire now, and more people are going to gather around this. So I fully expect that our efforts are going to continue to gather momentum. A couple of days ago, I got a call from President Obama, and he was congratulating me on everything that we're doing. So this is being recognized across the world that we're using our platform for change.
And if this model works, oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Who did you vote for? You spoke to Obama. If you don't mind, presidential-wise, who did you vote for?
Well, I have been an independent my entire life, but I did vote for Joe Biden in this election.
What did it mean
Was
to
it
get
an
a
easy
phone
choice,
call?
or did you weigh out both candidates, or you already knew going in that boom, Joe Biden was?
Yeah, now, Rally the Vote is a nonpartisan effort, so I don't want to be partisan, but I did, vote for Joe Biden. Kamala Harris is a friend of mine. She's, been to my house many times. I've known her before she became such a big shot, and I think that that's a great ticket to have a woman of color. And by the way, she's also half Indian, so I think it's a great team.
If this voting center model works, would the Sacramento Kings lend your support toward other elections going forward? Or are we in special circumstances now with the pandemic where you feel like this is warranted right now?
Well, we will always do everything in our power to support the community. When we built this arena, I said that this is the 21st century communal fireplace. In the old days, people gathered around a fireplace, then later on they built cathedrals and they had a town square. We don't build cathedrals anymore. So this is the 21st century gathering spot. It is the 21st century cathedral. So using it for efforts like what we're doing today is a natural progression for the Sacramento Kings.
Since this is the first time we've been able to talk to you since the hiring of Monte, just what stood out with him? Why was he your best choice for you guys?
Yeah, so we are very excited with our new front office team. Well, first of all, I want to thank Vladi. When Vladi came into the franchise, we had some instability, and everyone wasn't on the same page. And Vladi restored harmony. Everybody was on the same page. So he did a great job. So Vladi is a good friend, and I'll always be grateful to him for that. With the new young team that we have, we just went out and said, who's the absolute smartest person for this job? And we felt it was Monte. And to Monte's credit, he's still got Ken, who's fantastic. And then he went out and hired ex-GM in Wes. So he surrounded himself with very, very smart people. So I think that the front office is in very good hands, and I'm excited for the future.
Vivek, you talk